If you're a business owner, project manager, or agency owner, you already know the pain. Projects are just scattered across multiple tools. There's no real-time tracking, missed deadlines, delayed revenue, and honestly, the worst of all, there's so much time wasted just chasing updates instead of actually executing on the high-value tasks, the revenue-generating activities. Hi, I'm Aryan. I run an AI automation agency, and we work with over 50 plus businesses creating growth systems that you're just going to see that allow them to reduce the manual workload and scale a lot faster. So, about 4 months ago, we had a client or a business approach us where this client in specific was just absolutely fed up with all the admin work, all the chaos involved in project management, right? They were just absolutely drowning in admin work and spending over 10 hours per week in admin work, manually checking across 30 plus tasks across 6 different tools. There were files missing, managers had no clue where things stood, and the results, well, projects were slipping through the cracks, revenues getting delayed, client delivery, service deliveries delayed, and team frustration is just building up due to miscommunication, delayed interaction. So we built them a system that eliminated all the manual tracking. So instead of wasting 10 hours a week on admin, they now spend zero. And as you can see, this is the exact system that I'm going to show, where there's no more time spent chasing updates, there are no more lost files, just a seamless automated workflow that keeps everything in sync. And in this video, I'm going to show how you can build this exact system for your business as well. Just to quickly highlight, the results we got just 28 days after deployment of the system were pretty incredible. As we can see, the task completion rate went up by 37%. Manager tracking time dropped from 10 hours per week to under 30 minutes a week. And our custom GPT Slackbot answered 73 plus project queries, eliminating the need for constant follow-ups, where 100% of the weekly reports were completely automated. Project delivery speed increased by 45%. Okay, so let's actually see the system in live action. As we can see, this is the overall workflow that is running in the backend. And let's go over to Asana and let's say I create a new task, right? So in this case, let's call it SOP onboarding, for instance. I'm just going to add myself because this is just a demo system. And as we can see, I'll add a due date. And let's say it is currently off track. And for the notes, we can say really important to get this done by the next 5 days. And for the email ID, I can just add myself. As we can see, I've added this task, and what typically would happen is now a manager would have to track it manually, update different sheets, remind team members, send emails back and forth. But now, if we see the system over here and we just click on run once, we can see that it started to run in the background and it's doing some really, really cool stuff as we can see. As we can see, the automation picks it up instantly, and there are quite a few things happening over here. So number one, it instantly picks up the task from Asana, and it goes right into the Google Drives to actually pick up the relevant drive or the document that is already uploaded into the client's database. In this case, we use Airtable in this case for the project management. So if we come over here to Airtable, we can see that now we have this task such as SOP onboarding that has been added over here, and it is at risk. And the due date is the 12th of March in this case. And if we come over here and click the button, we can see that we have the exact document attached as well. So this is what happens with the Airtable. And now we have a router. So the router does a couple of things. So in this case, the client wanted to have number one, a automated email sequence that is sent to the employee whose tasks in this case are overdue. So instead of the manager reaching out to them one by one, keeping track of it in a spreadsheet, it all happens on autopilot. And if we come over to my mail, actually, we can see, so hi Aryan, hope you're doing well. So the task SOP onboarding is currently at risk. As you can see, this is an automated overdue task notification to the people in the company in this case, letting them know that one of the projects or the task is currently at risk or overdue, and this is something that needs to be touched upon, fully automated. Then what we have is we have a second sequence in this case where we're creating a weekly progress report that is meant to be sent to the executive stakeholders in this case, so they have oversight every single week about what projects are happening, what tasks are going on, and what is off track, on track, on at risk. So if we come back to my mail and we see over here, we have a weekly progress report that was just sent right now, as we can see is 9:02 p.m. And if we zoom into it, we can see here, team, here's the updated weekly progress report. We can see overall status, what is on track. We can see what is at risk, what is off track. And we can see this is exactly what we have over in the Asana workflow, as we can see. So the one that was off track and the one that I had to be reminded for in this case, which the due date has already been passed and it is overdue, is the SOP onboarding. And that is why exactly over here, I received an email, SOP onboarding, which is currently at risk, and it was due on the March of 12th, 2025. Now, I know this all may seem a little bit complicated at first sight, and if this is something that you'd be interested in deploying for your business, there's a link in the description to book a call. Feel free to book a call ahead and we can speak together and see how exactly we can implement these exact growth systems for your business. And coming back to the workflow, we have something really interesting where in this case, the client specifically wanted a custom GPT where their employees and all members of the team can interact with a custom bot to get documents, file updates, project updates, where they can just interact with a single chatbot on Slack. And as we can see, this is the exact custom GPT that we developed for them. We connected it over to Slack. And let's say, so in this case, I'll say, my name is Aryan Mahajan, and could you give me a brief overview about the tasks and projects that are coming up and the ones that I'm falling behind on? And let's click on run. So as we can see, it's going to search for the exact files and the documents that if we come back to the workflow, we can see that we extracted the exact variables from Airtable, in this case, all the projects, all the tasks. We saved them over to a variable. We prepared the data for vector upload, which in this case is uploading to a custom GPT in a specified format. In this case, we're uploading it as a TXT document, and we finally upload it to the vector store in this case. And if we come back over here, we can see so here are the tasks coming up are in along with the ones you're currently following up on. As we can see, we have the upcoming tasks, we have the ones I'm falling behind on, we have the documents we can view, and we can even find for missing files or just a file I'm curious about in general. Okay, thanks for the update. Could you show me or link me to the relevant SOP onboarding file? And if you see this, it's once again going to link us. It's going to search it from the vector database. As we can see, found the Google document, and we have the document right over here. So just instant answers. Whenever I needed anyone across the team, anything we're looking for related to project management for upcoming tasks, overdue tasks, or projects in this case. Okay, so let's take a step back and look at what we've actually built over here. So if we take at where we actually started, we had projects scattered all across the place. The team is manually updating 6 different tools where the executives had no real-time tracking, missed deadlines leading to delayed revenue and client deliverables, and employees were worst of all spending hours just manually updating tasks one by one by one. And the worst part of all is time that you're never going to get back, right? That's time that should have gone into growing the business, closing deals, or delivering high value work. And instead, it was spent on admin tasks. But now, if you look over here, with this exact system, that is all gone. Where Asana tasks were automatically tracked in Airtable. The Google Drive files are instantly linked, uploaded, and sent to the custom GPTs, the Slackbot in this, for answering any types of questions in just seconds. The AI-powered Slackbot answers questions, projects instantly. Weekly reports auto-generated and sent without zero effort, and overdue tasks are automatically flagged and followed up with the relevant person in this case. So instead of spending 10 hours chasing updates, this client is specific now spends close to zero every single week, with the entire system just running on autopilot in the background. And in this case, we were actually so confident with the system we built that we really meticulously tracked every single result and every single metric just the day the system was deployed. Here's what happened just 28 days after deploying the system, where task completion rate went up by 37%. Manager tracking time dropped from 10 hours per week to under 30 minutes per week. That is such a significant change. Where if we quickly do the math, we went from spending 520 hours per year on manual admin tasks to 26. So we went from 520 to 26, where if we quickly do the math, that's a 95% reduction in manual admin work. The Slackbot also answered 73 plus project queries, eliminating the need for constant follow-up, and 100 and project delivery speed increased by 45%. So these kind of systems are exactly what we develop, whether that be in project management, revenue optimization, sales, lead gen, content automation, and these are the exact systems that allow businesses to scale and move past their competitors at ridiculous amounts of speed with faster project delivery, less stress, and more time to focus on what actually moves the needle in the business. So, if your team is still manually tracking tasks, chasing updates, and just buried in admin work 24/7, you already know that it's called. We can fix it for a business, where you can find a link in the description to book a call in with a calendar, as you can see, and we will get on call and we would love to see how we can work with your businesses because we have various tools for project management, content automations, and 100 plus automation templates at this point, having worked with 50 plus businesses and automated. And if you're an AI automation enthusiast or just someone trying to get better at the skill, I'm going to be linking this exact template in the description where you can feel free to play around with it, reverse engineer it. And honestly, what I would recommend really is just to break the system. The fastest way to learn and really pick up the skill of automations, make.com, working with various API calls is really just to come over here, delete the entire thing, and try to build it all the way from scratch because that's the fastest teacher. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a good day ahead. Cheers.